It will require the commitment of huge resources by government. This is why the campus is still at an early stage of development in spite of the acquisition of the land since 1986. The college will appreciate the support of government in the development of the Ekwe campus, as this is indeed the future of Yaba College of Technology. We have also identified a property not too far from this, from Yaba, our main campus here. We have a property comprising land, buildings, and all necessary facilities for a functional campus. Is available for purchase by interested parties. The property is situated about 200 meters away from Yaba College of Technology main campus. Acquisition of these premises will to a large extent solve the problem of congestion being experienced in the college and enhance our ability to improve access to education in line with the direction of government. We appeal for the assistance of the Senate Committee in making this a reality. The overhead grant of the college is grossly inadequate to take care of our overhead expenses. There is a need for government to increase overhead grants to the institution. Right now, about 80% of overhead expenditure is borne from our internally generated revenue, the bulk of which goes into sponsorship of staff for further studies, conferences and seminars, replacement of obsolete laboratory workshop equipment to keep pace with modern trends in teaching and learning. A lot of the internally generated revenue also goes into creating conducive atmosphere for staff and students through purchase and maintenance of generators, particularly of diesel, purchase of diesel, replacement of office, classroom furniture, and renovation of offices and hostels and other old structures, some of which were built over 60 years ago. The challenge of maintenance of infrastructure and facilities put in place over 60 years ago to cater for a population of about 500 people then is indeed enormous when considered in the light of present-day reality. The college presently has a population of about 20,000 staff and students on the same 16.7 hectares premises on which we started in 1947. It is in line with this that we are appealing that you use your good offices to assist in getting more funds from the federal government to improve access to education. On the issue of security, the college spends a lot on security to guard against cultism and other vices. There is a need for government to consider giving institutions special funds to provide and maintain modern security equipment. There is also the need for government to grant special funds to the college for research, conferences, and staff development. A large part of the IGR of the college is committed towards this end in order to improve the knowledge base of our staff and sustain standards. In conclusion, I would like to appreciate the federal government for the improved personnel grant that has brought a major relief to college management, the Senate Committee, the Senate and House Committee on Education for their support and commitment to educational development of the nation, the Honorable Minister of Education for their support and assistance. We appreciate the ministry's courageous efforts to improve the standard of education in Nigeria through pragmatic policies and programs, such as the return to stable and traditional academic calendar of September to June, enforcement of carrying capacity in student enrollment to checkmate outrageous student population, aggressive pursuit of provision of necessary infrastructure and facilities for a good teaching and learning environment, the screening of students to ensure that only those who actually have the potentials to benefit find their ways into the campuses of higher educational institutions. Once again, I thank you very much.
Because it's remarkable. But let me draw your attention to a few things. In your presentation of performance implementation of the 2011 budget with regards to your entirely generated revenue. My feeling, that's why I want to draw it. One cannot really pin. Take number 2, under expenditure, 10 million plus. Supply of air conditioners for office use. And the air conditioners were not told. If you also go to, you have 18 percent for proper account. Then, under revenue generated and 83,000 loss. It will be neater if we are told what you invest is receipts or it is lost completely. It pays money, verification, or what do I call it now, to retrieve if you walk out the way, because it will look exploitative.
Thanks to 6.6 was appropriated. If you look at the drawdown, is more than half, a little more than half of the amount appropriated for the 77.2, meaning you expended more than 200% of the appropriated sum. We also need an explanation here. Thank you.
Not released in 2011 is not cumulative. It's not cumulative. Like I said, 2012 is not cumulative. The amount that was supposed to be released for was 98.4 million. But what we have is the 64.6 million for 2011 and 61.3 million for 2012. So it's not cumulative.
We've been around since yesterday, and I would say this report is quite explanatory enough for us. It's easy to look at, the flaws, and that means you've done a very, very good work in the capacity that you felt that you could present it. But my colleagues have raised some questions, like my colleague Senator Weridu, that would really help you in giving account of the account of all the expenditure and the budget that is being, expected of you to fulfill. Is already, I think we would like you to take note of that, but apart from that, it's quite explanatory, and like Senator Goji said, we're quite impressed, and we believe that there is room for improvement. And another thing I want to draw your attention to is, like, your IGR, we are not generating much. You have to be more creative about your generating IGR, and also look at your alumni association, if they can help, and look towards the cosmopolitan nature of Lagos, where you can have well-meaning Nigerians that could help you with some of your projects as well. So I wish you all the very best. You keep making the women proud. We're proud of what we've seen, but don't get too swollen-headed. I know they said you are the heartbeat of YABATECH, because that's what usually happens to women. We have to always discipline ourselves, humble ourselves, and make sure that we want other women to occupy the places we leave behind. God bless you. I said that's why you say you know this very well. There was system university. Because people build vertically. Roosevelt just built another million 32 buildings. If you have a small space and you use this vertical build-up, seven story is short. It's short compared to what they have. So, because we don't have, if we are moving from
bless you.